And we're live. All right.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah. Uh oh, and Katie Horton is saying your husband plays the Gundam games too. Um oh, I wonder who what his username is. I wonder if you guys have crossed
Yeah.
paths. That'd be really funny.
And how do you know I play the Gundam games?
I mentioned it. I said, it's going to see if Darren's done with his Gundam Operation 2. So I had a collection of mini Gundam figurines since I got into the place I'm at. Now they're gone. Oh, that's a bummer. I have we have like a stack of Gundam models. Um,
That are like
that's
30 years old?
yeah. No, they're not that old. They're from 2000.
Okay, they're
Um,
pushing it.
or 25. But
Yes.
yeah. Yes, we're going to split hairs. But anyway, yeah. So that's something we were talking about as the chat was getting started, and you also mentioned you're getting a brain MRI next Thursday. We want prayers for that to be successful and to be good news.
Yes, I hope it's a big brain, a nice brain.
Well, is the MRI the thing where they put you in that machine? You were saying that they did that to you, and you had this like whole impression of what it sounds like and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like what would happen if a microwave and an Atari got together in an illicit affair.
Hmm. Yeah, all I'm doing next week is that they're doing an ultrasound on my heart actually, which it's something they're doing just to make sure. It really it's because I went to my doctor and said, hey, look, I think I have asthma and this is why. And he says, okay, well probably so, but just since you have a family history, we'll go ahead and send you to the cardiologist just to kind of process of elimination, make sure there's not something weird and anomalous. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm not really sweating it, but yeah, I do that next week. So they, it's just like when I actually had an ultrasound on my hand a couple of years ago, but yeah, they grease you up and they like you see this grainy black and white image and you're like, how in the hell can anybody tell what's going on in here? But that's how people determine the sex of their children. So and have ridiculous parties, but that's another thing. So yeah, we'll say some prayers for everybody to have positive test results all the way around. But this week we're celebrating the Feast of Min, and it's one of the big seasonal feasts. So this is the harvest feast, and I'll just kind of show off a little bit the stuff that's on the offering plate because there's some bread. I'd made some more little tiger nut cakes, and I got some fresh things from the garden, including our first bell pepper of the season. So definitely wanted to put that on the offering plate. So we're actually going kind of retro, which is cool. But yes, hey everyone. Oh goodness, one of us says I hate MRIs. The grating sound is an experience all its own.
Yes, it is.
Oh, Katie says to me, sounds like a beat at a rave. Hey, cool. Well, I guess the next time either of us has to get stuck in something like that, I'll have to be trying to think. Well, does this sound like
they
techno?
pinched my ears.
Oh, bummer.
Because they put your head in this cage. It's
Hmm.
not for those who aren't like in love with claustrophobia. If tight spaces are your thing, it's great.
Well, you know what? If I ever have to have something like that, I'll just pretend that I'm in one of my novels because that sounds kind of like the description for going into the automated repair unit, and they put you in brackets and then put you in this little space, and it's all
Read
it's
your
in my
books,
books.
y'all.
Yeah. Which, by the way, since this is Feast of Min, and one of the things we do is we offer harvest, whether it be symbolic or otherwise. One of the things that I was going to do, and I forgot about that, but I will extend the prayers for that. I'm trying to get back to work on my novel, the one that I had left off on last year, and I'm hoping to finish it this year. So my prayers that I actually get to finish that be a harvest later in the year. So, but that's. It's not something that's complete yet. It's something that I'm hoping to complete. But be that as it may. Okay. was just because I saw a notification on my phone. I'm like, what was that? And it said, oh, you know, Yamano's joined the chat.
Yeah. Someone didn't answer.
Okay. But a random question I just thought of: would Transformers feel pain? Yeah. Well, I mean, there's that
Show
line.
them their box office numbers from '86, and you will know.
Well, that's a whole other discussion right there. But actually, from the original movie, there's the point where Starscream gets his foot caught in the armored doors to Autobot City, and he's trying to get out before another set of doors over him close up. So he has to shoot at the plating that's caught his foot, and it catches his foot. And so, the famous line, "Ow, my foot!" And he finally takes off, and you see the smoking hole on his shin from where he had to blast, to free himself.
Yeah.
And so, yes, they can.
And that day they did.
Yeah.
Many of them.
Oh wow. Yeah, so anyway, but yeah, where we are in the lowest part of, well, not the absolute lowest. We're not in Florida. Florida is further south than us, but where we are, it's the trees are already leafing, and yeah, I'm starting to get green onions and kale and some stuff that I had planted back in February, because down here you can get away with that. Further north, some places had snow and ice a couple of weeks ago. So for them, I'm sure y'all can't wait for spring. So, it's like the seasons are slowly creeping up. Well, let's go ahead and get started so we can celebrate and say prayers for everyone to have, a good spring season. Oh yes, and we will be going to Passover tomorrow, and so I will get my annual dose of ribbing from the rabbi, because she knows that I'm Kemetic and will slip in subtle jokes about it. So, but I guess I'm doing my own sort of understated humor, because the dress that I'm wearing is actually from the Egyptian shop that I went to. So, I'll often wear a dress that it's pretty, it's appropriate, but it's made in Egypt. So, hey, you got to play the part, right?
Yeah, I remember you saying they were like, and when we were taken out of Egypt, except for Sharon.
Yes, when we all left Egypt, except for Sharon. We didn't have time to, eat unleavened bread. She just kind of kept going, and yeah, we're sitting there trying not to crack up laughing. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, Yanochru. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts. And we've cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure.
Not fair, not fair.
Dude, you're rolling on closer to me just to try and flick water on me.
Yes, I am.
So I just put my foot out to stop it from rolling forward.
Not fair. She's restricting my participation.
I am not.
I cannot give you blessing if I cannot do this properly.
Why do I have this feeling that everyone on the altar is just cracking up? And it's funny. Hand washing is a part of the Seder observance too. It's just they do it a little differently. Last couple of years, they passed around hand sanitizer in the little bottles, and so this particular congregation is not afraid to innovate. Okay. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come. Come in peace. Receive the light. The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who's tuning in with us now, will be with us in the future, and has joined us in the past. This eye of Horus comes, and we are all purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light. Receive the light.
Now we're going to light our candle for Mama Sekhmet, that she may bring peace and healing to all those who need it. And good results for everyone who's having tests done. All right, where are we? You arise in the Akhetis Kepri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You sit in peace in the mountains of Manus, Atun, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Hail and praise unto you, O Min, Lord of Gemju. And to Aset, Mother of the God. Hail and praise unto you, O Yunochiru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at, and cast out his Fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. I don't know if the microphone can pick up the random sirens in the background, and there's been a lot of that lately. Just prayers that everyone is all right. Take these, your cool waters that are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. Oh, you know what you do. These cool waters are the eye of Horus. Your hearts may be refreshed. Oh my goodness. And I'm sitting here going, wait a minute, what's missing from here? The milk and the wine.
I'll get out of your way.
No. Actually, if you just come forward a little bit, talk to them for a second. I'll be right back. I had everything else ready and then forgot that. Hold on.
Okay, guys. Now it's time to figure out the weirdest possible thing she could come back and see in the chat while we're gone. So put your suggestions up there. And now, you guys, that you've done that, you can keep doing that, but you can also ask me any question you want. That doesn't mean I'll answer it, but you can ask it. Say that again?
All right, let me slip past you again. Go back up a sec. So I have both of them. And I don't know what you were saying. I hope it wasn't too wacky.
Oh, it was horrible. You know, we're about to get banned.
Yeah. All right.
In fact, mostly it was silence.
Oh, well, I mean. See, this would have been a great point for like a musical interlude or something, but milk, may you taste it in your shrine. We bring you this
milk.
All right, may your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Yunochuru, that you may be purified with it. It's one of those things you have to pick up at the right point, otherwise you miss the flow. So. We give you incense. Great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you, cleanses you and adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. Oh, you're not true. We give to you this eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. There we go. All right, stay. You have to be very careful with those sticks of incense, because if you put it in the holder and you think it's secure in there, but it's not, it will fall out. And I actually found a burn line in the carpet once from where I put a stick of incense, very similar to that one, in place, and didn't realize it wasn't all the way in there. And it fell over and it burned a line in the carpet. I tell you what, I never felt so grateful for Underwriters Laboratories and flame retardant carpeting. So you always make sure it's stuck in there properly. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Yunochuru. Lift it to your faces. Be at peace with it. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine. O Ra, O Min, O Aset, O Yenachuru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horeketi within his house. Pure, pure is Min within his house, and Aset within her house. Pure, the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure for Ra Horeketi, for Min, for Aset, in every place that their immortal cause dwell.
It's a cough.
Okay, I just had to check.
Yeah.
Here, sometimes I can sense a laugh. I don't even have to see it, I can just feel it. Huh? Oh, neat. Spicy Phoenix says, another news, I submitted a chat book to an indie publisher that's about Kemetic spirituality and my journey. Here's hoping. It's called Offerings of Ink and Flame. That's cool. Oh, and don't worry about being late. Chicken jockeys?
Please read.
Rubber chickens?
Please read.
What? Chicken jockey, a rubber chicken in a top hat and fancy glasses. One-eyed, one-horn flying purple people here. What is it with us and chickens? We love our chicken. Something's a Minecraft meme. There was inspiring energy. Oh, and one says, hello, Darren. Sorry for kind of ignoring you and not saying hi.
Oh, I'm devastated, man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what?
I love you.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's all right. Like you're saying, chicken jockey. Chicken jockey. What?
Good job, guys.
I'm just like, what in the world?
I told them while you were gone. Everybody put the craziest shit in the chat they could figure out.
Okay, well.
And apparently there's nobody here but us chickens.
Well, and a duck out front. She's napping.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Okay. Yeah. Where were we? We offered we offered our frankincense and our myrrh, and of course myrrh is particularly sacred to men. And funny thing, they think there's a compound in myrrh that may be beneficial for prostate health. So, who knew? Yes, and you cannot see. Of course, we kind of censor men for YouTube standards.
You can plug your eye out with that thing.
Well, but underneath the ribbon, it's party time. We'll just put it that way.
I heard we knew and you knew.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Okay, no, not yet. Now that we have presented the offerings, we invite the Naturdu to partake of them. So, come to your body, O Ra Horeketi. Come to your body, O Min Kamitef. Come to your body, O Aset. Come to your bodies, O Yonachuru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these, your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Min, before Aset. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. Ora Horketi, and your son, the Osiranisin of Kaprura, your foes retreat from you. And Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings. Receive them from our hands. And now, from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead. We light this candle, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we pour these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Horechta and cats, cacao up juice and naturma, hot nibet nafra waber and naturim, cow and aku punibu, machanibu hir natura. A voice offering of bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which God lives, for the cause of all of these blessed dead, all true of voice before the great God. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your Ka shall live. Truly, your Aeneid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Aeneid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. Asphet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. And may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, such as the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, such as the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote public good, such as the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, such as the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, such as the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. You okay? That sounded more like allergies.
It's all allergies.
Well, if you need to step out for a minute, that's okay. I think we can handle the chicken jockeys.
They can be a little flighty.
All right. This being the Feast of Min, a lot of what we know about it comes from the reliefs at Temple of Medinet Habu, because you had things for the Feast of Sokar and the Feast of Min. They were sort of bookending the growing season, because they would honor Sokar when they would plant the seed, and then when they would harvest it, that was in honor of Min, who embodies the son taking over, the place of the father. So, whereas the Osirian aspect had been very strong when the grain was being sown, was being buried, and Osiris's power to bring life out of death, was at its fullness. Now you have, the succeeding of the next generation, and so Min is identified with Horus. And so the things that we have, I'm actually taking from what's in Circle of the Sun, which was written before we started doing live streams. So, what we do kind of, I have to adapt a little bit and take things from that book and work them into what we do here. But I think it all comes together rather nicely. So, be exalted, O Min, our Lord. Arise, O Min. You are vindicated before Ra Atum. O she who raises up the land. This would be Aset. The throne of the great bull. The throne of the great bull. She is the one whom the great bull impregnates. For you are Min, standing in the desert after you have seized all lands. He makes you tremble, the outgoing strider, the youth of the desert, the one of Gebju. Hail to you, O Min, who impregnates his mother. You have come forth from the very great door. You stand upon the dais of Ma'at, and you give commands together with your father, Osiris. And we ask Min to bless everything that we have to represent, whether it be an actual harvest or symbolic harvest. Blessings for Spicy Phoenix, who submitted offerings of ink and flame. May that come to fruition, and may all of our projects that we have going on, and for all of our students that are wrapping up a school year, they're hoping to harvest good grades and moving on to the next level. So we ask you, O Min, O great bull, to bless these endeavors and to make them fruitful. And we announce Min as Horus to the four directions. O Irseti, Hapi, Diamutef, and Kebeh Senuev, go to the south, to the north, to the east and the west, and tell these gods of the south, the north, the east, and the west, that Horus, son of Isis and Osiris, has taken unto himself the dual crown. And by the way, somebody, we were talking because somebody had asked a theological question a couple of broadcasts ago, and we were talking about the one who made himself into millions. And I was sitting there going, okay, where did I read that from so I could tell you exactly? And this is from a hymn to Amun, who is also identified with Min. And the book here, it's Adoration of the Ram, 5 hymns to Amun-Ra from Hybis Temple. And this is one of those Egyptology publications. You might be able to find it online without having to, get the actual book. But from this hymn to the boss of Amun, it says, you are Amun, you are Atum, you are Khepri, you are Ra, sole one who made himself into millions, Tatanan, who came about in the beginning. You are the one who built his body with his own hands, in every form of his desire. So that's where you have the idea of the one who then becomes millions. And so that's why I was saying, it's okay to be a polytheist because, that's, when you go and you look at these texts, that's what they talk about. But they here in another hymn in this collection, addressing Amun as Min. Your cult images are within your opet. They are manifestations of Min. Upraised of arm, tall of plumes, king of the gods. Upraised of arm, lord of the double crown, mighty of prestige and lord of respect. Kamyatef, foremost of his fields, vaunted of his beauty, lord of the phallus. Turquoise and black of beard, sparkling faces, the Merichi, the two sisters, lord of the Ujatais, equipped with amulets. He of Koptos, foremost of the garden, he of Achmim, who is upon his dais. And since I mentioned, it's getting to the end of a school year for all of our folks who might be in school, we have a prayer for our students to Jehuti. Come unto us, Jehuti, O noble Ibis, O you who love Chemnu, letter writer of the Aeneid, great one of Yenu. Come unto us who are students, that you may give us advice and make us skillful in your work. You exalt those who heed your wisdom. You give advice to the widow and the orphan. Shai and Renenutet are with you. Come unto us, that you may advise us, for we are servants in your house. Let us excel in our studies, so that we may proclaim throughout the land, great is the work of Jehuti. All right, and if anyone has any other requests for prayers, absolutely put those up there and we will include those. But we'll catch up. Oh, we're such wholesome people. The craziest thing we can think to put in a YouTube live chat is chicken jockey. Yeah. Oh. Yes, animals can be very very intuitive, and it's funny. Speaking of Indiana, if she hears one of us coughing, she will check on us, and she will go and if she's concerned about us, she wants to be able to see us, and she'll call if she can't see us. And um, like I said, she's napping now. She tends to nap until about, I'd say, around 11 o'clock at night, and then she's up for a couple of hours, and then she sleeps. And if she's by herself lately, she's if she's up and we're going to bed, she wants to be with us. So we've actually had to bring her crib into the bedroom. It's like, yeah, we're such suckers. We bring the duck. Just put on the air filter and let her sleep with us. We're in the bed, but she's got her little crib, so she's in the room with us, and she's completely happy. So, but
yeah, I was thinking when you were talking about the herder of the chickens, I'm like, for most of the chickens.
Let's see. Okay, what I do? Please pray for the wisdom of judges and justice done generally. Pray to Ma. Yes, absolutely. And yeah. Now, as for chickens, we know from the Greek magical papyri that there were certain spells that called for yes, sacrificing a chicken, an unblemished rooster, those were offered to the sun god, which, there's a lot of eclecticism. So sometimes Helios, would be invoked, but other times, it was meant more as Ra or Amun Ra. So, by that point, chickens had become well established in that part of the world, because they were first brought to Egypt, actually by Thutmose III, because they're, I think they're originally native to Southeast Asia, but they were not found in Egypt before the New Kingdom. And so, and in his expeditions into the Levant, it's like, hey, this is really cool. So they brought some chickens with them. And so they were established by the time of the Greek magical papyri. And so you could have, chickens used in specific offerings. And what's interesting is even now there's a little bit of Muslim lore that if you hear a rooster crow at sunrise, that's, an angel speaking. But if you hear a donkey braying, that's, a demon. Or something like that. I'd have to go find the video where, because it's on YouTube, where there was somebody who was relating some old lore, and I said, "Wow, that sounds oddly Egyptian," because what's the donkey associated with, But there might be some other explanation for it. But I bet you didn't think I'd have something reasonably intelligent to say about chickens when we just randomly pop that up. So. Yeah, we did have some.
It may be related to the jinn too.
Yeah. But a lot of cultural overlap, in that part of the world. But we did have some prayers, some requests, including on the chat, just for people that are worried and stressed out. And there's a lot of stuff going on because I think, unfortunately, people. They want their news to be entertainment. And I guess my prayer would be for, the news to be boring again, because boring means it's stable. There's nothing going on. Things are cool. We need more of that. So in the meantime, prayers for peace and well-being, and for everyone to be able to find that quiet inner voice, and that that little bit of peace from the gods in the midst of all of, the swirling uncertainty that surrounds us. The creation sits in a bubble, and there's chaos in the waters of noon around it. But that's why, the Ra or Amun Ra is the Lord to the limit, the Lord to the limits of creation. And, those limits are, still expanding. Those borders are still being protected even now. And so may we continue to find, that peace, that little peace, and that peace is in PEICE. That comes from the Creator, and find it within our own hearts. And you guys were asking about the bell too. That's actually something that borrows from my Buddhist practice. And actually, gosh, we've got this thing. I think it's 22 years old now. But this is a type of Japanese bell called a suzu, and this is the little striker that comes with it. And this is a medium size one. There are some that are much bigger and they have a much deeper tone, but hopefully, let me see if you can see that. Yeah, there we go. And, I'll ring it again so you can see how it's done. And so it just sits on this cushion and resonates. And there are certain points in Buddhist prayers that you're supposed to use that. And one of them is actually when they offer prayers for the dead. in during Gongyo. So that's where I got that from, and I think it works really, really well.
I use a singing bowl. That's similar difference. Yeah.
Yeah, it is very similar. And thank you for the super sticker. Yeah. I have prayers for a teenager I work with to get into a new school. She's trying to be a veterinarian once she finishes high school. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So, let us ask Jehuti that he may put opportunities in that student's path, and may they be able to go to the school that they want to go to, so that they can pursue that dream and to be able to do good work. Because being a veterinarian, it's one of those things. It's a labor of love. You do it because you love that, and because you love animals and have compassion for them. And also ask Min to give his blessing. It's funny. One thing that we know they used to do in ancient times for the Feast of Min. And hang on just a sec. There would be a bull involved, the Bukis bull, and or possibly there might have been 4, but they would be part of the procession. And obviously that's something that we can't do. Even if we had a temple, we'd have to have like a farm attached in order to pull off something like that. So, we'd have to figure out some other way symbolically to involve a bull, or to represent one, but that was seen as a manifestation of God's power. So, what were you about to say?
It also, you have to remember the undertaking of becoming a veterinarian is a little bit more time consuming than it is to become a normal doctor. Because a normal doctor, you're only dealing with the physiology of a human being. When you're a vet, you have to cover a whole plethora of things.
Well, I do know that not all veterinarians can do exotics, which is what, if you have like a duck, or if you have chickens or something, you want to have them covered, you have to get a veterinarian that is qualified to do those. And so, I go all the way on the other end of town to get to the veterinarian that takes care of my ducks. But, and I'm certainly grateful to her for, taking good care of our duckies. But,
you'd think there would be vets that are qualified in that in more rural areas.
Well, the thing is, we used to have one that was really good who was close by, but she retired. And she helped one of my ducks about, 11 years ago now. But like I said, that particular vet, who was very talented, she retired. And so then I had to get, a different one who's also good. But, she's kind of a different approach from the other one. But all right, let's go ahead and pull our fortune for this week. And this is going to be the one for everybody. And like I said, last time we had 2 fortunes, so we all got voicemail. Life's greatest treasures often come in unexpected packages. Keep your dreams close. They are your guiding stars. That was from last week. Now for this week. And of course, anyone who's tuning in with us after the fact, and that is weird. Because we got 3 of them. I guess Min just said, "Oh yeah, watch this." So we have 3 right now. And then I see the cookie icons in the chat. So we're going to pick up with those in just a minute. Let me read. This is for everyone. So I guess between Min and Aset, I've got quite a bit here. So here's the first one. New and exciting experiences are coming close. Now the second one. You will achieve great peace of mind when you talk with an old friend. Now, there's one more. A fulfilling relationship is coming your way. Wow. Let me put all of these together. New and exciting experiences are coming close. You will achieve great peace of mind when you talk with an old friend. A fulfilling relationship is coming your way. Love you too, boo. Oh. Darren just opens his arms. Now, remember, this is for everybody. So we all got some voicemail here. And new and exciting experiences are coming close. A fulfilling relationship is coming your way. You will achieve great peace of mind when you talk with an old friend. So I'm going to put all of those right here. So we're going to pick up. Oh yeah, the sound always made me say the voice offering prayer. That, well, you know what? It makes sense. The stimulus and response. You went right back to that point of the ritual. But that's okay, and that's why. We talk about things that we do all the time as being like our morning ritual or whatever. It's sometimes it's okay to have things that you ingrain like that, because it means that you have something to call on even when you've got a million other things vying for your attention, and you're stressed, whatever. You got something you can kind of go back to help you sort of reset. So anyway, so we're starting with Katie Horton from Min and from Sutta. Well, hopefully Min won't, smack him around too much, because remember that's Min, and Horus. It'll be and we'll ask the two powers reconciled to give you a fortune. So this is yours, Katie. Love is on its way. So, Katie, love is on its way. And now, that doesn't have to necessarily mean romantic, or it could be a rekindling with, with someone, but could just be, a friend or someone you love. But love is on its way. Ashley Spradley from Anafu, and then Zephas Lavenderstone from Ra and from Sutta. So Ashley from Anapu, who's kind of peeking out over here. There we are. Ashley. March will bring you unexpected surprises. Well, we just got through with March.
Maybe something good. Maybe something good.
Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking, well, would it be maybe something next year? I don't know.
Could be.
Or maybe you had some unexpected surprises, but it says March will bring you unexpected surprises. Of course, it wouldn't hurt to plan ahead and, just make sure that this time next year, you know, you've got something set aside for a rainy day or whatever. But okay, Zephos Lavender Stone from Ra, and from his voice of thunder in the heavens. Zephos, your Thursday will be filled with happiness and contentment. Your Thursday will be filled with happiness and contentment. What are you munching on, Darren? Did you get one of those caramel candies or something? Okay. So I'm like, wait a minute, the cookies are over here. What's the crunching I'm hearing? Tessa Arts from Kansu. Yes, and when with regard to being angry and especially with the things that are in the news, something to be aware of is the algorithms that they have online, or like that give you news, that give you posts, that give you all these things. They aren't just tuned to give you things that make you happy. They will also give you things that make you angry. And it's because, like, even on Facebook, you get the videos that talk about why things suck, because that gets more hits. And rage views still count as views, which is unfortunate. It's not good for us, but it's good for numbers. It's good for hits. Yeah. And so you have to be aware of that and purposely try to
Rile
manipulate.
You up.
Well, the thing is, when you're watching things, be aware of what they're putting at you, and if something makes you angry, click hide it. Click to hide it. And basically manipulate back on the algorithms. Tell them, don't show me that stuff. Put that away, and be aware when things are tugging at your emotions, because it's all designed to do that now, and you have to take back your own brain. So that PSA being given, where Tesa Arts had asked for something from Kamsu. So Tesa Arts, your patience will be your greatest asset. Your patience will be your greatest asset. I get the strong sense that this is specifically meaning to wait out somebody or something else. Don't be the one to jump first. And I don't know what that's about, but that's just the sense that I'm getting from it. But your patience will be your biggest asset. So Aloni from Sobek and Jehuti. So Jehuti and Sobek, they're back there in the back. Aloni, learn to negotiate effectively. Learn to negotiate effectively. So there is a strategy to it. Okay. Spicy Phoenix from Jehuti and Sesha. And that's right. I'm planning to get a candle of Seshet so that we could have Jehuti and Seshet together on the altar. But for Spicy Phoenix. Oh. Don't wait for success. Start ahead without it. Wow. Because I've gotten that in the past. Don't wait for success. Start ahead without it. And by the way, super awesome that you submitted that that book, that manuscript. Keep us posted on how that goes, and if it doesn't get picked up somewhere, we can always, try putting it on someplace like Lulu. But I ate the Antichrist. Haven't seen you in a while. Howdy. Actually, no. This full moon they're saying is actually going to be a micro moon, not a super moon. But Robin Penn and then B. Okay, and we got some Discord cookies. I'm going to come back to them. Make sure I get everybody here. We're picking up the Robin Penn. No. Robin got voicemail. First one. Your friendships will deepen and grow in September. Now, the second one. Explore the world with wonder. It's an adventure. Robin, you're getting a lot of encouragement. Your friendships will deepen and grow in September. Explore the world with wonder. It's an adventure. Okay, B, and then Gabriel asking from Bastet and Sekhmet. So. B, you're the cookie this week because this one is empty. So you're the good cookie. But keep in mind also, there's the 3 fortunes that we got for everyone. So that's also for you too. So now, Gabriel from Bastet and Sekhmet, from our Eyes of Ra. I got kind of vacuum sealed here. On a Saturday night, you'll dance like nobody's watching. So, Gabriel, on a Saturday night, you'll dance like nobody's watching. And guess what tomorrow is? Now, I'm going to pick up in just a minute with the Discord cookies. So, I'm going to get Thralo. And then Mary Draw, can I have a reading from Hathor about a potential romantic relationship? All right. And we'll be honoring her towards the end of the month. Okay, hang on. So we're gonna pick it with Thralo and then Married Raw. Thralo, your Sunday will be blessed with happiness and contentment. Your Sunday will be blessed with happiness and contentment. So, Thralo, a good weekend is in store for you. Don't let anybody take that away from you. You okay, boo? I guess I should have given you some coffee, huh? Married Raw asking Hathor for some advice. And if it's all right, we'll ask if Ishtar can weigh in. They have parallel roles. And it's the Feast of Akiti right now, so it's party time for Ishtar. Your communication skills will improve in January. Well, I say, your communication skills will improve in January. I say backdate it to this January, and keep working on it, I guess. I think this might be a message to learn good communication skills, and that will help. And it seems like a really simple thing. Like, well, that's something we all do, right? Well, it's kind of like with negotiating. There are strategies and there are do's and don'ts. I wouldn't turn to TikTok for advice. Actually, your university's counseling service might also be able to offer some stuff that's not like, again, like sketchy things on, online. But all right, now One Eye is asking for advice, please, about how to successfully engage politically, especially online. Well, let's see what they have to say. Oh. Okay. November is a time for new beginnings. Funny thing, what do we tend to do in the United States in November? We vote. So that might be the direction you need to look in. Maybe there's some get out the vote programs that you can participate in for your area. But November is a time for new beginnings. Okay. Sarana, and then I ate the Antichrist. And that's it. I could keep it there. Awesome. News on the early. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, what are we saying that we offered one time? Because I see where One Eye was talking about offering sesame balls. And the only kind I know are the kinds that are on like the buffet at the Chinese place that we used to go to a lot. Um, hold on a second. Uh, make sure that I'm not skipping anybody. Yeah, we're going to Sarana, and then I Ate the Antichrist, and then we're going to bump back to the Discord cookies. But first of all, Boo. Come on, Boo. See, I'm being good. I'm not giving you fresh, cool waters on your hands or something. This poor guy needs coffee. Sarana. Sarana. February will bring unexpected blessings and good fortune your way. February will bring unexpected blessings and good fortune your way. And I like to think that these are saying, well, this time next year, it's going to keep getting better. So I think this is their way of saying, as is popular now, it gets better. And then I Ate the Antichrist. There we go. And that's one thing I can say, having worked a little bit with Min. His, a lot of people sees on, oh well, he's got that massive member, so he's presides over human sexuality. Well, that's part of it, yeah, but he's also a very very positive and very protective deity, which makes sense when you think about the fact that massive member was meant not just for fertility, but also for scaring away evil. And so was the having his arm upraised and with the flail. Those are all connected symbols. And so he's got a lot of positivity around him and a lot of sense of action and getting things done. And so it makes sense that we're getting these kinds of fortunes. But as we were saying, I Ate the Antichrist. Your greatest passions are worth pursuing. Your greatest passions are worth pursuing. So don't hesitate. Don't hold off. It's worth pursuing. Okay. So if anybody else, if we missed anyone, go ahead and throw an icon up for a cookie. What I'm going to do is scroll back and get our Discord cookies, because I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I guess Married Wekawet can't tune in at the moment. Of course, it's very late where she's at. Starting with Faust. Nope, I tried to jump out. For Faust, dreamers carve their path through the unknown. Dreamers carve their path through the unknown. So that's for Faust. And I really get a sense that's where if Faust is wondering, well, why doesn't anybody know, what to tell me? Well, that's because you're in uncharted territory. Dreamers carve their path through the unknown. So that's for Faust. Next is Love Deluxe. For Love Deluxe, invest in quality clothing that makes you feel confident, which was everyone's fortune a couple of weeks ago. And it's kind of funny, that was also something for men. And we thought it was really funny because, you know, he's in his plaque over here, he's got the Bath and Body Works ribbon, you know. So I took a picture of that. But that's also Love Deluxe's fortune. Invest in quality clothing that makes you feel confident. Okay. Lud, then Alex, and then Mary Whipaway. Yes, alluded with the guerrilla gardening. I just remember that because that sounded like so much fun. November is a month for unexpected surprises and opportunities. So this is for Lud. November is a month for unexpected surprises and opportunities. All right, give you just a second to catch up on that. You want to crunch on some fortune cookie? I think we can go ahead and do a few of those. There you go. Okay, and next for Alex. There we go. Tonight, the universe is conspiring in your favor. That's for Alex. Tonight, the universe is conspiring in your favor. I'd call that good news. And lastly, for Mary Whipaway, from the Jackals, certainly. All right, for Marriage Whipaway, know when to hold on and when to let go. Know when to hold on and when to let go. All right, and sarcastic, because you're so kind as to relay those fortunes for us. This one is for you. And we'll check and see if we have anyone else that needs one. Your confidence will soar in August. So sarcastic, that's for you. Your confidence will soar in August. Okay. Oh, actually, sit down for a second. Ow. Let's see. Yeah. True. Okay. Thank you for the super stickers. A black cherry incense That sounds interesting. Um, mm, mm, mhm. Okay, Ori. Okay, yeah, I'm just catching up. But Ori, absolutely. Good to see you on here. And yeah, I've actually have been doing a lot of yard work this week. Um, some of it is, just seasonal, getting the other garden beds done. But I'm also still having to uh, try and keep the place from getting too weedy, so the neighbors don't complain. And that's kind of annoying because some of that I'm like, I would just as soon let some things get a little, you know, grow up a little bit because hey, it's a natural privacy fence. But other folks in the neighborhood don't always see it that way. But Ori, your inner strength will shine in September. A lot of date oriented fortunes in this batch, but uh, still encouraging. So your inner strength will shine in September. Okay, there's still more in here. So if anyone else is still missing one, let us know, and we'll offer some more prayers for everyone because that's what this is all about. We want, it's not just about serving the gods; it's also about bettering ourselves by doing it, and by, you know, you can't uh, be good to others when you're not good to yourself, and so that's why we're here. And the serpent is felled, and Ram proceeds daily in joy, and there's rejoicing upon the bark. And so we want to be part of that rejoicing, and you know, uh, step out into the sunlight and smile and know that he is there. So may you grant life, prosperity, and health, alertness, favors, and affection. May our eyes see you every day as ones righteous who set you in their hearts. Supply our needs of bread and drink, and guard our mouths in speaking. Come to us and give us counsel. Make us heedful of your wisdom. When one appeals to you, you come from afar. Lend your ear to the lonely and the poor. May you give breath to those who are wretched, and bread to those who have none. Guardians of the weak, may you set the oppressed free, and let your blessings surpass all wealth. Oh yes, and thank you for the link to the Discord. Yes. Um, the funny thing is we do not have a homeowners association, but I figured out what happened last year when we had a little bit of a kerfuffle with that. And there were several folks in the neighborhood that got written up by property standards. We had to talk to the city councilwoman, about for our area about that. Um, but what happened is the neighborhood was actually going up in value, and I think some people wanted they had dollar signs in their eyes, and they probably were thinking, oh, I'll either sell this place and get more money, or I want it to be appraised for more, maybe or home equity or whatever. And so they didn't want other people bringing their values down by having, weedy or trashy looking places. And unfortunately, bamboo, that's the big thing here is the bamboo. In some places, like in California, it's an ornamental plant, but here in the South, it's an invasive weed to most people. I'm like, hey, I use it for everything. The stand that my bowl for our hand washings is on is made from bamboo cut in the yard. So I see no problem with it, but other people do, and so they complain. So I have to, I've actually gone out there and I've cut things and apologized to it. Said I'm sorry, I have to do this. I can't let you grow here, but if you can grow over here, that would be great. So I talk to the things in my yard. Yeah. So. Yeah. Wow. Yes, and it absolutely does. And see, the thing is, I had let it grow, because I was like, hey, it's a natural privacy fence along the back, but yeah, there are other issues with that, but it does grow back, and they had to spray it all with an herbicide last year, and I'm like, yeah, you're spraying it now, it'll be back. You cannot stop the bamboo; it goes where it wants to. I had a realtor who said, somebody asked her, well, what do I do about bamboo in the yard? And she said, move. But me, I like having it there. So it's just, I have to, keep it kind of reined in. And poor Darren is really tired. We're going to have to get him some coffee. But I'm going to go ahead and say our prayer to wrap up. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great in need, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shenit in Yunu, endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu, endures. As the name of Asat in Nicheru endures. As the name of Sutach in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Khmenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Min, O Asat. You've come in peace, O Yunachuru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, Min, Asat. May you go forth in peace, O Yunachuru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Dude, I was trying to poke you.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Okay, Gabriel says, may I have a quick prayer for strength and support as I go about my life, especially with work at school? Absolutely. Yeah. And And hi, Lisa G. Good to see you too. Um,
Long time no see.
yeah. And where's the road longer than my nose? Yeah. But hear us, O Ra, great Lord of New, and Min and Aset. Hear us, O Yonashuru, and place your arms of blessing around Gabriel, and give Gabriel the strength that he needs to go about the challenges in his life. And for everyone that is facing uncertainty and challenging times, help us to remember that uh, these things happen, that there were people that prayed to you long ago because there was uncertainty and there were threats from the outside and there were hard times, some that we couldn't even fathom today, but some that are as perennial as human existence. Help us to draw wisdom from those that came before us and to learn to hear your uh, soft guiding voice that often comes in a whisper and is often easy to overlook. Be that calm but strong hand that guides us in the way that is best for us to go, and be that strength that we find within ourselves at points when we might be hesitant, when we might be unsure, when we might be afraid. Lend us your strong arm of compassion and your steady voice, especially Aset, the great goddess, excellent of speech, whose tongue fails not. Give us your ability to speak and your wisdom and your confidence. We ask you to be with us this week and to remind us that we're loved. So we ask you for that. And in Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you for tuning in. Of all the places you could be on a Friday night, you chose to be with us, and we love you for it.
Big time.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And everyone have a great weekend, okay, and a good week. Love you too. Thank you, Mary Draw.
Take care, everyone.
Now, I will have to say, I cannot read Nighty Night without hearing it in Starscream's voice, because there's a bit from an episode where he says that, and it's really funny. My brain has been programmed that way. Yeah. And by the way, I know we talk about doing a physical convention sometime, but I'm open to the idea of having something online to kind of get us started, because that's something people started doing during the pandemic, and I think it might be a great way to kind of test the water. So that's something that we can talk about in the future. Oh, and I'm going to need to get on the Discord and see if anyone's willing to contribute pictures of their altar, because that's going to be something that I do for this month's video. But I'll have to get on Discord and tell you guys, what kinds of things I need. Because I need pictures of like if you're willing to share something from a simple altar and maybe your first one or things like that. we'll make a tutorial video out of it. So yeah. And like I said, if you're on the Discord, and Sarcastic was kind enough to share the link to that. If you're not already on, but I think everybody here is. Just like ping me or something, and I think we actually have a channel for pretty pictures and stuff like that, and for images. So that would be something really great that we can, you can all be a part of the video for this month. But yeah, so lots of love, and yes, one you were wondering that episode, look up Ghost in the Machine, and that's the one where Starscream appears as a ghost, and he knocks somebody out, but before he does it, he says "nighty night," and it's really funny. Yeah, and you can make a thread for that too. That'll be really cool. So thank you guys, and we'll see you next week.